All right, for your assignment today, you are to complete problems 4, 6, and 9. So 3 problems that we are going to complete today from 3.1 practice day 2. So once you're done with this is all a fair share that we're going to do. You've had 2 days on it. Email me if you got any additional questions. So for this one, you're here on chapter 3, the mathematics of sharing, and we're going to go to number 4. So down here on number 4, we're actually going to use the exact same diagram that you used in your evaluate from yesterday. So Homer and Marge jointly buy half the pepperoni pizza and half the mushroom pizza shown above. Same situation. Marge values the mushroom pizza 3 times as much as she values the pepperoni pizza. Find the dollar value Marge wants for each of the following. So remember when you do this, we kind of created that table. But first thing we wanted to do is if Marge values mushroom as 3 times as much, that means we could kind of create that table as the pepperoni being 1 and the mushroom being 3. And if that's the case, we know that we're still going to have a denominator of 4. So if I was to create my table, and this is just a shortened table here, I know that the pepperoni is going to be 1/4 and the mushroom is going to be 3/4. And then the physical fraction, that's the value, right? Marge's value. But the physical fraction would be, pepperoni out of 180 because it's a half of the circle, and then mushroom out of 180. So that'll get you started at least creating the table. Now, remember, whenever we find the value, it says find the dollar value to Marge's pizza here. When we find the value of this, we know that they spent 18 bucks for it. So if we spent $18, or Marge and Homer spent $18 on this pizza, and we wanted to find the value of half the mushroom, it would be 3/4 times 180, because it's half that pizza, out of 180, and we would get our answer there of 3/4 or 0.75. And then we're going to actually multiply this by the amount of money spent on the pizza, so by 18. And if we grab our calculator and we do that, we'll say 18 times either 0.75 or the 3/4, and we're going to get 13.5. So $13.50 there for the mushroom pizza, or half of it. Same thing we would do for the pepperoni pizza, only this time we're going to say like 1/4 because the pepperoni was worth 1/4. Half of that was 180. Out of 180, we'll get that equal to 1/4. And then that's going to end up multiplying by 18. So what, 18 times 0.25 to give us our $4.50 that would have been left over anyway. So $13.50 for A, $4.50 for B. Then it goes back and asks you those kind of same questions, right? The slice of pizza, mushroom pizza shown in figure 25B. Well, that's right here. So we've got a 72-degree mushroom pizza. So if we wanted to do that, let me grab my eraser and can I make that bigger? What does that do? Wipe clean the screen. Ooh, I like that. So if we want a slice of mushroom pizza, that figure B right here, it's a 72-degree slice of the mushroom pizza. So we know that that's 3/4 because Marge values the mushroom 3/4. Then we would do 72 out of 180. And I'm going to grab Desmos real quick, just because that's going to give me kind of the easiest, quickest answer that I can get. And let's see, 3/4 or 0.75 times 72 out of 180. That's going to give me 0.3. what that equals. And then we're going to multiply that 0.3 times the $18 that it was worth. So 0.3 times 18 is 5.4. So 5.4 is the slice of mushroom. So hopefully that helps you out on figure B. I will let you need to complete D and E for those two. So I've done 3 out of the 5 for you. Try the next two. Number 6, let me wipe clean the screen. Grab my pointer, come up here, number 6. So it says that Marla and 5 other friends jointly buy chocolate, strawberry, vanilla cake. 3 flavors. Keep that in mind, 3 flavors. Also keep in mind that Marla and 5 other friends are 6 people. All right, they bought it for $30 and plan to divide the cake fairly among themselves. Okay, so fair share of this would be 1/6. Hopefully you understand fair share is 1/6 because that is 1 out of the 6 people that are there. All right, now it's $30. So they already spent that. If you wanted to know how much each of them spent, it would be 30 divided by 6. That would be the exact amount that they spent, but that's really not here or there. They haven't asked us that yet, although that is $5. Just wanted to get that out of the way. And they planned to divide it fairly among themselves after much discussion. Look, Marla and her friends, they discuss a lot of things, but after much discussion, oh, where was I? They divided it into 6 equal slices. So they cut it up 6 equal slices. S1, share of the booty S1 through S6, shown in figure 30 or 26B. So if you're looking at this 26B, boom, there it is, 26B. That's where it's talking about. Suppose that Marla values vanilla cake twice as much as chocolate and chocolate 3 times as much as strawberry. All right, so hang on. This is a little different than what we've seen. So the one that they're basing everything off of for Marla, vanilla cake is twice as much as chocolate, and chocolate is 3 times as much as strawberry, right? So we'll call strawberry 1. Chocolate, we're basing chocolate off of strawberry. That's going to be 3 times as much as strawberry. But if vanilla is twice as much as chocolate, that's going to be 2 times 3, which is 6. So Marla actually values vanilla 6 times as much as strawberry, according to this. So remember, that's going to equal our denominator we need, 1 plus 3 plus 6, which is 10. All right? So our denominator in our table is going to be 10. So if I was to create my table, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, our value is going to be 6/10 for vanilla, 3/10 for chocolate, and 1/10 for strawberry. And that would be that part. Now, if you split this up in 6 even, but we'll get to that in a second. So we've got 6 even slices of a circle. So 360. Well, actually, no. Backtrack. All right, we've got 3 different types, right? So if there's 3 different types, that's 360 divided by 3, which we've done a couple of times. That's going to give us a 120. So vanilla over 120, chocolate out of 120, and strawberry out of 120. So find the dollar amount for each of the values there that we can see in S1 through S6. So take S1 down here, for example. That is straight up nothing but vanilla. A color-coded whatever. That's nothing but vanilla, right? So that's going to be 6/10 times, if it's, all right, look, These are going to be halves. So if we had 120 degrees and we split that up into 3 sections, but the middle one, let me see here. So here's vanilla. Here's our vanilla cake. We split it here. We split it here, right? This is going to be 30. This is going to be 30. And this is going to be 60. So for S1, it's going to be 60 out of 120. For S2, it's going to have a 30-degree angle of S2 here, vanilla, and a 30-degree portion of strawberry. And I'll do that one with you as well. So once I get that multiplication, which is really, what, 6/10 is 0.6 times 0.5. So it's going to be 0.3 again. That's going to equal 0.3. Now we multiply it by how much we spent, or they spent on it. And they spent 30 bucks on it. So multiply that by 30. And let's see, 0.3 times 30 gives us 9. So that piece of cake is worth $9 to Marla. S2 right here has a 30-degree angle of vanilla and a 30-degree angle of strawberry. So this will be 6/10 times 30 out of 120. My writing is getting sloppy here. And then you're going to add that to 1/10. And then strawberry would be, again, 30 out of 120. So from there, I'll do all of that in Desmos as well. Let's see, 6/10 times 30 out of 120. And then add that to 1/10 times 30 out of 120. Hopefully you can see where I got that 30 out of 120. And that's going to be 0.175. And then multiply that, not equals. Multiply that by the 30 we spent. To give 5.25. All right, so that'll get you started there on number 6. Same thing is done for S3, S4, S5, and S6. And they're all halves. So any one, like here in S6, you see how it's cut evenly, and there in S4, it's cut. S4 is going to have a 30-degree angle of strawberry, 30-degree angle of chocolate. S6, 30 chocolate, 30 vanilla. All right, I'm going to do a mass wipe here. Gone. Grab my handy dandy pointer. And the last question you had was number 9. So 3 players, Alex, Betty, and Cindy, are sharing a cake. Cake again. Suppose that the cake is divided into 3 slices, S1, S2, and S3. The following table shows the value of S1 and S2 of each of the players. Let's see, it wants us to find the 3 slices are fair share. Which of the 3 slices are fair share to Alex? So Alex thinks slice 1 is worth 30 and slice 2 is worth 40. So that means that slice 3, because it has to be 100%, would also be worth 30, right? So in this case, there are 3 players. Each one of them has to be worth 33.3. 1 out of 3 players. Each one has to be worth 33.3. So for Alex, the only one that works is S2, because S1 and S3 are under 30. It's not fair share. Which of the 3 slices are fair shares to Betty? So again, Betty's S1 is 31. That doesn't count. Betty's S2 is 35, but 31 plus 35 is 66. And so 100 minus 66 is 34. So her S3 This would be 30. This would be 34. And then the last one would be 35. Yeah, 35. So I'm going to let you kind of think about the last couple problems there because I kind of answered that for you, but I will recap. It has to be, the percentage has to be over 33.3 because there's 3 players. S1 portion for Alex is worth 30%. That's not fair share. It's less than 33. S2 is 40%. It does meet fair share. So definitely S2 for Alex. For Betty, it's going to be S2 and S3. For Cindy, it's going to be S2 and S3. So nobody thinks S1 is fair share. I'll let you think about question D to answer that.